Okay. Um. We are here. What is difference between local variable and instance variable? Okay. There's a term that we have to know as a tester. Since we are doing Java right now, cover Java part. By the way, we said OOP concept and everything, right? If you realize it's coming. So we are going basically interview questions that helps everything perfectly. Like I said, this PDF documents we working cover everything. You literally study for interview. You're getting ready. You literally learn Java basics, and you also will learn OOP concepts, which is coming to in this PDF. And plus, we are applying in these real jobs. We're talking about these details in our real framework. Okay, you're gonna be completely ready to hunting jobs every Sundays once we start and finish to end. Okay, so whenever you wanna talk or you wanna ask, if I go fast or if I forget asking you, checking on you or something, just break me and say something that cut me off or something and say it. It's fine. Um, we're here, local variable and instance variable. So you already know this, okay? A local variable typically used inside a method, constructor, or block, has only local scope. Thus, this variable can be used on within scope. This is Java code if, right? If code you use x greater than 100, and you have to give the parentheses, or you don't have to either way, but this is for that how we use if method Java, and then says is Alberto. So this string inside this if method, that's called local variable. So local variable means basically locally used inside a method, constructor, or block. This is block, by the way, if catch block. So in your real project, right, let's go to real project and look up our step definition that we write codes, right? So for example, here, see, where's, okay, let me check this one. Okay, Marwan, can you tell me in this for loop, for each loop, is there a local variable?
Let me see.
I'll make it for you clear to see. Local variable.
I don't know. It's a little I don't think so.
You don't think
maybe
so?
I don't know. If
Okay.
it was like a string and some initialized
Yes.
string or integer, then we would say yes, I guess.
It is can be. So you can say maybe this can be local variable. Why? I'll show you if you don't know. You have to test it. Right, Gizem?
Okay.
You're tester, Gizem, correct?
Yes.
How do you test this has local variable or not? So you're just gonna check in this, look, when I click this, it shows here to here, block. This is for each block. Inside this, whatever variable, that's called local variable. What is that? He said this can be maybe, since here something string, row, it's a variable, and it's like coming to this, it use here. Let me try this. Is it local or not? Let me try. Oh, what happened? Something happened.
It's red. Because it's not
red.
it's not within that variable. I mean it's not within that class.
Right there, answer,
Yeah.
Gizem. Oktay,
Yeah.
Mervan, Emily, you see what it says? Create local variable. Why? It's not in sight. That's how you check. You're a tester. So if you don't know the answer, just test it and understand. And let's do this. Look, it's created right away. It's a local variable. And what is this? Coming from, who's gonna say that?
Java lang.
Exactly. Perfect. You just learned that. Java lang. Super class. Okay? And look, it's created variable, this call variable. This can be anything. This can be Oktay, right? And I have to put here Oktay, right? Initialize, needs to be initialized. Look, it says already, you cannot just put Oktay and then put alone. You have to give something Oktay to do. You see, either initialize that or you can just like initialize Oktay, let's say go. That's it. So this is local variable by itself there in this method. If you realize this variable here, look right now, I'm gonna show you something. Gizem, this is for you question. Are you there?
Evet, buradayım. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Do you see? So tell me, where is this row? Which block inside?
4.
Perfect, right? That's why it didn't work here. So we just create a variable here. Where is this variable inside? Inside the 4 or inside this method?
It's not inside the 4.
Perfect. Where is it? Then here, right?
Yes.
Look, it shows yellow to yellow, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna quick question to you. Oktay. Oktay, is it gonna work here if I put here?
Nope.
Right? What it says? Cannot resolve because it needs to be like,
local.
right? Just like that. Okay? So you have to try everything that you have to test if you don't understand. Okay? That's local variable things. But this is variable. That's the local variable. Instance variable. Instance variable. They're gonna ask you, right? So what do you do for a local variable in your real project? Or if I have a for each loop, let's say I have to declare that I have a string and I have something that a variable and I have to use that inside. That's my local variable, but I cannot use out of there. Or I just use something variable inside the method, but I cannot use outside. That's called local variable. But instance variable, if you realize, opposite. That something should be like declared on the top that I can use everywhere, right? Since there's a local exist, right? There should be something exist also global, meaning instance variable. Global means like you can use in the class, anywhere, any method, right? Meaning, let's say here, object Gizem, right? I create a Gizem name object. It's a variable. So this is a declared under the class. So meaning this is an instant. Still is a variable, but it's a global. Meaning I can use any method I want. I can call here, will be fine. You see it's coming. But it says object and ready to function it. Dot, do something for it. Wait, whatever you want to, or initialize, you know, like that. You see, you have to give it a try. So then you can understand basic and simple, and it's easy. So what I do for my project, you will say, they will might ask, right? But you should definitely always be ready to talk about, right? You should say, oh, I use actually this as an instance variable, create an object, right? By the way, this is like the way I do. This is the way the like how it do is the same thing. He create like this variables. This is the same thing. It was right here, object, right? We put object or we put string, correct? It's the same thing. We create a class. This is the same thing like a string. And I create something called NB. Okay, that's called navigation bar. And I declare this for here. You see? This is the same thing. But what I do here, instead of writing here and writing here, I'll just do one thing as an instance variable. That's it. Same mentality, same logic. What I did here, instance variable, globally. But if I put here, it's a local, but at the same time, instance. If you realize, look, NB, Gizem, Oktay, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Marwan, NB, look,
Yeah.
NB here in this method. In this method, I can use even here, look, I'm gonna call NB, do something for me. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so this is, yes, Marwan, you said you want to say something.
Yes, that's what I was gonna ask you. Actually, you kind of answered the question because you were doing the initializing the variables, right? Different than Khalid. So I was just gonna ask you if there's any difference between doing this way or Khalid's way.
There is no difference. Same thing, but what I just showed you one more time, this just say create a variable from this class. This is basically same thing like this. String,
yeah, some name. I got
Marwan.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just declare instant, and you can call Marwan any class here. If you want to see, do it. It will show. You see Marwan. And then put the function. It will work. See? And then equal. And then put this here too. Copy paste. It will work. You see? And just comma, and you have to equal something, but let's say sleep, whatever. It's just like working, okay? So, but if you say Marvin here in this method, right? You cannot do anything here.
Okay.
Marvin. It doesn't even come, look. It doesn't even come when I write. So basically, when I say here, Marwan, and I have to initialize here, right? I initialize, say, Marwan is sleep. I can initialize here too. Same thing. I can do that. I don't have to use only in the method. You see?
Oh, but just because this is string, that's why we don't use the new keyword, right?
Yeah, new keyword we don't use. But the new keyword basically mean that you create, right? You create an object.
Of this class, okay.
Yes, you create an object in this class. Okay. See why it does show that right here. Okay, so Gizem, Oktay, answer this. What it does here?
Creates a new object.
New object what?
New object of NB. So that one.
Okay.
So that way we can use that NB anywhere else in the other method. In the other methods that we created. I mean.
Perfect.
Yep.
Emily, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Can you see screen?
Yes.
Okay, what it does here and what's the difference, putting this new here or the putting new declarating inside the method? Is it the same thing or the different?
It's the same thing.
Exactly. Perfect. Why same thing? I just explained. So once you do global already, so that means also you can use local, right?
Global has the benefit of using it somewhere else in the class.
Yeah.
While local you can use it under that method / constructor, yeah.
You see, look, I just moved this. Gizem, Mervan, Oktay, can you see?
Yes.
I just moved this here, only inside this method. Look, it's working here. But look at these people. Look at this method.
Yeah.
It can't work. You got that point, right? You got that.
It's global.
The heck is it? Okay.
But this is also part of OOP concept somehow?
We're coming. Not yet.
Okay.
We're coming. But you have to understand basic. So that's what is organized, coming from the beginning. Right now here, you see? It's coming. So if you understand this, then you can understand the OOP concept. Right? So Gizem and Emily, tell me this. 03, where this coming from? Where is this? What is this? Class, method, what is this?
That's your POM file.
Exactly. Look, when I come on top, it shows me. It created public class that you want to create a DC element. What is DC? I just gave the name. Dialog content. That's why. Whatever you class you created, so you need to create an object that you want to use. For what? For this class. Look, CTRL plus click. It takes me the class that I can reach everything I want to do from this class. Where I want to do? In delete steps. You see? I am in the delete steps class, everyone. You see, guys? But I use something from this class, which is called dialog content. I created getter method. You see? For example, this method I created here. How did I create? Right click, generate getter method. Right? That's how you create. Since I have it, so it doesn't create. But I want to use this method. Look, when I go here, it shows me use everywhere. Which one you want to use? Let's say here, right? This is an add button method that coming from where? Look, DC. You see, I created in DC. But how this coming from? How this coming from? Because it's coming from DC element class that I created, and it's reading from here and also coming from this object that I create DC.
Is this file extended to it?
Yes, extend to it, yes. And if you want to get this method, just get at the tone, right?
Can you show the extension so that the clear understanding comes about on the top?
What do you mean initializing?
No. The extension that you did, so they know why it copies it, it extends it to this file, and that's how you get to utilize it.
No, there is no extension. I'll tell you 1 second. There is no extension. 1 second. Let me try this one. Okay. All right, never mind. So what you ask Ali is, this is a class I created, everyone, okay? This is a class. Gizem on Emily, not Emily, Merwan. This class has an instance variable or anything that variable here we use? No, right? So this class, just this class, do for me this method that I want to call, right? Where do I want to call this method? In another class, right? I go add class. This is an add class right here, public class name. But how am I going to call this 03 dialog? I have to create an object that will help me to communicate whatever in the class. I don't need to extend anything. I can extend as well if you're asking that out, meaning that I can just say extend keyword and put the name on it. That's another idea to do. You see, dialog content. So that means, do I still need this? That's the question. Yes, I still need this. You see? Don't matter.
So you still need to create that object, right?
Yes, but do I need to put a new method? Let's give it a try. Uh-oh, I don't need it.
Oh, you don't need it.
But you have to call it inside that method though. Because you
no, this is not a method.
Oh no. I mean, see, you declared it there, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
saying.
Mean.
I'm saying the new things.
Okay,
like the new thing. I don't need to use new things. You see, I extended. If you say this, Emily, that's correct. You can extend as well, but you don't need to do this. New like this. Look, I'm gonna clear this, like how I cleared this one. You see what happened? Oh, it works. So how it works? Basically, it just has an extension also in this class as well. Look, base poem 2. That's why it has also no problem. So that means I can go either way, right? So you have to keep trying and seeing yourself as well. And I just realized, well, it works. You know, you cannot have a fixed answer until you try. You know, it works. You see, only one class extension. And because it's working, why is this working as well? I just put this one here. It should be just dialog content one, and NB shouldn't work, right? According to you. No. Why it's working like here? Look, I'm gonna go this one first. I'll show you. Extending from here, look, base poem. And I'm going back. I'm getting this one too, extending base poem. They both extending from the same class. That's why it's like this. It doesn't need to be recreated another new object. Okay, you're just gonna declare the object, extend. But if I don't extend anything, let's say I don't extend anything, let's see. Is it gonna work or not? It's working. I don't need new. Why is that happening?
I'm sorry, Yoga, I hear your voice second time from Mervan.
Okay. Marwan, can you? Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
All right, and why this happen? I don't need to create I don't need to create new object. Why this happened? Do I have to worry about this? No. As long as it works, it's okay. I have no answer for you. I'm not perfect, so I just realize it's working. But the healthy way, let's just keep it this way, right? To create new from this class. Okay? As long as it's worked, just leave it like that. So you have to give it a try. So let's not dive into this too much. Let's go to OOP, okay? Local and the this works like this, okay? This is beginning. You have to understand that fundamentals. That's important. I believe you guys understand. OOP, one of the biggest things that we have to know. Let's talk about this and then a little bit more, and then we can talk about other details, and we will go to the third session. If you want to stay, go ahead. If you want to leave after third session starts, you're free to go. But let's talk about OOP. So OOP basically object-oriented programming, right? So you can say also model 2 or programming 2, don't matter, same thing. So what it happens here, basically, object-oriented programming, right? There's also POM too. What is POM? POM this. Page object model. What about this? OOP, object-oriented programming. Same thing. Why is same thing? Because this is the idea about the Java class, Java programming language, and this is the idea about framework POM, but it's like husband and wife, because OAP concept follow and apply in your framework with POM. What I mean in the bigger picture is this, but what I mean in the details, we're gonna dive now. What is this? Mainly focus on the object are required to be manipulated instead of logic. This approach, ideal programs, large complex codes needs to be actively updated, and you're manipulating the object. What is that? That means this is an object you just created, or like this object. Whatever object you create, put name. You just want to manipulate this, like this. Click, send, sleep. Remember he was talking about dog class, cat class. We were doing fun things like go sleep dog, bark dog. It's actually this. He was showing us the fundamentals to understand, but that's how you apply in your real project. You manipulate the object you created, telling him to click, telling him to send key, right? And clear function. Where it is coming from, D, C, and B, right here. But what about this? All the way back in this class. That's OOP. But what is that? There's 4 principles you have to talk about. You don't have to memorize, you'll understand. Talk about your project, it's OOP already. 4 principles, basically. Encapsulation. What is it? Oh, I use my project for the private method. Class or element or the variables, right? I can do public, but I want to do that private. Encapsulation, hiding with private key.
Can I ask you something? Because today, so today when I was working on my coding, what I noticed is that in order for us to access the the private, we need to use getter setter, right?
Exactly.
But let's say if you put instead of using getter setter method, can you use like public void? Just for an example, and you'll notice that you'll able to, like, for example, you'll able to pick up that setup, and then you could use that function as if you create a method below, and then if you put like setup one click, you know what I mean? Just an example. How come that gives you you know, that gives you chance, like not chance, but what's the word I'm looking for? How are you able to like, pick the access that? Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Okay. So for example, we are right there. It's a good question. Let's understand this. Encapsulation basically capsules something that you don't want anyone open it. That's what it is. So in OOP concept, I just explained to you what is OOP already, right? Manipulate the object. That's what it is. But in the details, when I do that, for example, navigation bar, like I said, in these steps, in this class, I manipulate this object that I create here, but in this object, and I create it from this class, and I want to manipulate from all these things that I created in this class. With what? With another class that I have object this. That's OOP. But when it's come to encapsulation, and I wanted this private, why would I want to make private, Emily? Why? Why not public? Why would you do private?
So that it is only accessed in here versus outside.
And plus, so you don't want people to change your data as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why you probably use getter and no, it's different.
Exactly. Okay, that's what it is. So what I mean basically that when you put a private method on this variable setup one, you just give this name for this element, right? And you just want this private, and you don't want anyone to do something on it. All right. So where is setup one? Right here. So anyone cannot access that, do something for this, right? So let's say I did this, all right? And I'm going at, look, I can't do anything. See, it doesn't allow me. What it says create a method. It's not exist anyway, but I have to click something, right? What is it? I'm gonna go back. I'll show you one more time. Let's make things clear. For example, get setup. What is this? Marwan, what is this? What is this get setup one?
It's a method.
It's a method, right? Dot shows me get setup one. It's a method, web element method. I want to call this method. I put it here, right? And I'm gonna go CTRL and come over it, and it shows me, look, inside 02 navigation bar elements. In this class, you create a name on it. Public web element get setup method. That's what you're calling from this class. Okay, let me go check this class. Oh, okay. This is the method I created, I'm calling. But I create this method, I put inside something. What is this? Setup one. Let me go click the CTRL, click. Oh, this is the one I created. It's a variable private. That's how you create private variable with the getter method. How I do create getter method? Go generate, say getter method. Okay, and it's bringing it in. If I don't create this, right? If I don't create this, I wanna use this setup one without method. I'm going here, and I just wanna reach the setup one. You see, I cannot reach. I will try to do like this. NB dot setup one. You see, I can reach here. Setup one. I cannot reach here. Right? So another things I'm gonna show you. because it's private, I cannot reach. Just 1 second, right? For example, public, okay, it's coming to your question, okay? Void, Oktay, question. Okay. I want to reach this setup, okay? This dot setup. Look, it showed me. I'm showing one more time. Dot set up 1. Do you see that? And I show this here too. You see, I create the setup 1 is the same thing. It shows me, but I click here, comma. Look what is red. It's red.
It's red.
Can you mute yourself, Emily? Okay, it's red. Gizem, you see it's red. And look what it says. Introduce local variable, more action. You have to locally do this, then you can reach the element you set. And then for your answer one more time, look at now. Okay, it can reach 2. That's kind of weird. It shouldn't reach. What is, let's do this one first. Set up 1 dot clear. Okay, now it can reach, fine, public. Let's do private.
It can also reach.
It can also reach.
That,
okay.
I don't understand that concept.
Okay, let's look at it. We can hide the direct access to data by using private key, and we can access private data by using getter and setter method. So when we create a getter method, let's look at the getter method different than we created. Take a look. Okay, let's try now. Let's see. I'm gonna call this one. Get setup 1 is fine, which is right here, right? Let's do the octet question. Same, private. Let's do this. Now it's red octet. Can you see?
I see.
That's why. Make sense?
Yep.
And look, it says may octets return this or more action. Let's do this. What is gonna do? It's doing something for us. You see, it made it getter method by itself. It made it look like this. Do you see? That's what is getter method and different method. Do you guys understand now? That's why you cannot reach the private method. And I'll show you one more thing that understand it clear. One more thing. Octet question is fine here until I change this one. Look at this one right now. Let's see, is it gonna be fine or not? Okay, doesn't look like fine. Okay, should be fine. I'm not sure. Why not? Okay, this is a little complicated. I can't even answer your question, Oktay. Maybe you should ask. That's why, remember, I asked also Halit too, but he didn't clearly answer. So, but basically, private makes you that you cannot answer something you don't want to anybody touch. Just know like that, okay?
I see, okay.
All right, keep it like that. Maybe I cannot answer perfectly right now your question. There is like a method to answer. Maybe I have to work on it. But private is hiding the data that you want to use. Okay? Public makes it everywhere to use. Okay? Things like that. All right? So you have to use getter method that you can make the.
I think it's just by definition, public means anybody can use it. Private means it's just yours. If you look at that, so in order for somebody else to get yours, you have to have getter, a friend, and setter, a friend, who can share your information, but can't change it, right?
Yeah, correct. But let me try this one too, guys, for you to see. Set up one. I can see anything. Let me put public static 2. You see, I can reach what it says. Introduce local variable. But let me do this private. Action. He shows something like that. We're not able to do anything for static. See what it says. Yeah, it's not.
Yoldaş, I have a question. When it's private, it can be accessed in the same class, though.
Huh?
Couldn't it be accessed within the same class when it's private? It is not accessible from outside the class. Wasn't it like that?
Are you sure? Let's try that one. Let's go another class. Let's try. One second.
I believe that you can only, what I understand is, you can only access private information by using a getter and setter method.
Yeah, but we just literally did. Even that one works too. Yeah, the only things you write, Ali. Maybe that's the concept, Oktay. So what is basically going on? What he says too. So you have to make getter setter method. Getter setter method, it looks like this, return type. That helps you to access this private class. There is some way you cannot access, but I cannot find for now. There is something I'm missing. I don't know what I'm missing.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you please refresh my head one more time? What does getter method do, and what does setter method do?
Okay. So getter setter method. So getter basically brings something that you want to access right here. So you say getter. When I say setter, right? When I say setter for this element, I click setter. Set up the one that I want to set up something. I want to declare. Oh, maybe because of this method. Okay. Let's see. So setter is basically setting something on this variable you want to set up. For example, you want to call this method, right? You want to call this method. I'm going here and I'm saying that nb dot set right here, correct? And it shows that set something inside because this is set, right? And I'm putting something. I'm not wrong. It says web element. What's the web element I wanna call? Which is the element I wanna getter. It's set up something that I wanna use. Okay? I wanna use this. So this can be value too. For example, I'll give you one more example too, like not this one, to make things clear. I know you guys confused too.
Can I suggest something?
Yes.
If we go back to Java, where he taught us into the GitHub for Java, and just open up getter and setter, maybe that will explain little bit more, since he writes notes with it while he was teaching us getter and setter method.
Okay, I will. 1 second, let me try this. We will find the answer. We're almost done. Yoldas. Let's try to understand from here. Okay, so this is the data, octype private, I am public. All right, so I am putting this getter and setter for, let's do this from here. First, I have to set the data. What does that mean? I have to initialize the datas that I haven't initiate anything. I didn't initiate anything. Octai has declared for string private. Octai has a method right now here, setting an octai as a value that I want to use where? In the main method. I'm going to do it. 1 second. Let me do also Yoldash too. All right, I'll show you. Oh, it's already here. I already created. So I'm gonna go create a main method to call these guys. Let's see what's gonna happen. And set something. How am I gonna call these guys? I have to create an object, right? Let's create an object. NB new this, right? And then I'm gonna call dot setup set octai. It says put a string sleep octai. You see, it works. And if I print out this, right? Okay, here's the things it's coming. You see, it doesn't print. So what I need to bring getter method to print something. I just setting something only. I can only set something for octai. It can print. But what I need to print for octai needs to sleep, right? I need getter method. You see, right now I'm gonna create it for you. Getter method for octai, right? So I'm gonna call octai here. Sorry, dot get octai. There you go. It works. How? Right here. It's gonna show sleep. Gizem,
Yes.
am I doing unit test right now?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Marwan, do you think am I doing integration test?
No, it's just
No.
unit test. Yeah.
Why didn't bring it?
Nothing printed.
Nothing printed. Interesting. It should be print. Interesting. It should be printed. Okay. What it says? Nope. That's not how you do it. Let's try it this way. 1 second. Let's try it this way. Okay. Just print it. Not this way. One second.
It's sleep here.
I know, but not like that. I'll fix it. It should print. I'm going back. Get octai again. It's probably like hard to read or something. Save. Yeah. Do something. One more time. Okay, it's coming slowly. Okay. I don't know why this is working, but shouldn't work. Yes, sleep. You see? You guys see that? That's how you do it. Setter is set something that you want to say for octai because you made it private. Look at right now. If I am not wrong, I'm 99% sure octai come because of this reason. Okay? Getter setter. All right? Because we just created octai public. Okay? So right now,
Question.
One second. Let me make this clear. Private shouldn't be rich, right? What we're gonna do now, look, I am not creating octai. I am not creating octai to set. All right? It says create a method. Okay? It says create a method where here, look, it's creating a method by itself private octai. Did you see that? It just created a method right here. I'm gonna show you on the top. It says private. It did it itself. You know, I'll just do public. I can do public too, right? It's bring it. But why is this red? Create a method for get octai too, right? It's creating private too again. You see, it goes the flow of whatever is the encapsulation that needs to bring. Public shouldn't work, all right? Shouldn't work, meaning, private shouldn't work, all right? So for example, I will say dot set, no, octai here, what it says, introduce local variable, okay? And then let me reach out to Yoldash dot Yoldash. What it says?
Same thing.
Introduce, same thing. Let's try to this, 1 second. Hi. Let's try this. Hi. It's working. That's so weird. Octai find the bug or something. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, Emily, you can ask.
I was just saying, if you wanted to, go to GitHub and just see his notes one time, go over what he did one time, because when he did it first time, we understood it's been just too long time. That's all there is. But if you go over his notes in the GitHub, we might be able to understand it better. Just to have an idea. It'll take 5-10 minutes.
Okay. And then I'm gonna give you a break after that, quick. All right. So we should take this note. I like this idea actually discussing. We've been trying good things with learning, and we should definitely talk about this, like how he's gonna show us, and take a look as well here to GitHub. He said, and then Emily, you said techno study, and then like go to Java, and then you said go all the way back. Java course. Where's Java course?
It's in the front page.
This one.
Oh, okay.
This one. Okay, and then this one, Emily, you says. And then what is that?
OOP concept. It's
Right,
inside the
OOP.
OOP concept. I believe it's the encapsulation
Right
inside of the. No,
Okay.
it's gonna be inside of the encapsulation because.
Just go to get search bar and type in
Right
getter
here.
setter.
Right here. Right here.
So
It's getting method by making fields private, can create public getter read data, all right? And then main method, when he wants to main method, and he create this, you see he set salary and he put private, s out for the get salary, without encapsulation. You just do this. I see. Okay. I think I understand.
I'm not.
If I'm not wrong. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. Okay, here's the thing. Everyone can see this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what it means, hiding the data, private access. It's basically making this privately, hiding it. For example, it creates private int base salary. Name is base salary, right? We were creating Oktay Yoldaş. He created here, and he put getter setter for that. Where is it? Salary, getter method, set salary, setter method, okay? And then when he goes to main method, right? What he did for here, encapsulation, since it's private, he used setter method, hiding the data. It doesn't show the base salary name. It says the method. Do you understand? And then says the get name. But when you don't use hiding the salary and you did public, let's say public base salary,
Mm-hmm.
you initialize, right? You go to main method, you're not hiding anything. You just say employee dot base salary, showing the base salaries, showing the data. You're not hiding anything. Do you see? You're not using method. That's what it means, basically. Is it clear? No? Not really?
No.
Okay, one more time, I'll show you here what I mean. For example, Oktay is a private. This is Yoldaş, public, correct? In the main method, I want to use Yoldaş. How am I gonna use Yoldaş?
But Yoldaş, aren't we supposed to do these things between different classes? Your main method in the same?
No, you don't. Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to use it. It's fine. You can use here too. It's fine. Main method can be in the class too. It's completely fine. So it's fine. So let's say I wanna reach to Yoldaş, okay, and I wanna declare something, right? That's what he does too. He said, I will do first create employee, right? So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna create the class that I wanna reach in this class right here, right? I wanna reach to public Yoldaş. Watch now. NB, I have to create an object first that I wanna reach that class. You already know this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This. And then I am going to reach Yoldaş because I read this class now. Watch. Yoldaş. I have to use the object first. Dot Yoldaş, right? I reach. Look, string. And then I cannot do this. Why? Because this is a string and I have to initialize something. Let's say hi, and then s out print yoldas. I have to put also object to, right? Dot yoldas. What is gonna answer? What is gonna come here? Who's gonna tell me?
Hi.
What is the answer? Exactly. Hi. Perfect. Perfect. You guys know already. So this is a public way to do it, okay? Clean this too. Let's see the first answer. We are testing piece of code. It's gonna show the okay. One second, I have to let it start first. This is very important, guys. I know we're taking time, but we are setting up something in logic we have to understand, okay? They're gonna ask this question, so you have to know what's going on.
What is the?
Okay, you see this? Hi. Okay. Because of the driver, it's fine. You see, hi is here, so we test it. Our code is working. That's fine. But now let's try to reach the private. All right. So the getter setter method basically different than Yoldash, what it shows on the GitHub. You have to use this Yoldas declaring the name and showing the data. But in the getter setter method in the private, you have to create a method, that's what it says, and it will hide the data inside the method, but you're gonna call the method on. Okay? That's what it means. Right? I'll try to reach, let's see what's gonna happen. Octai. Hi. S out. Hi. Sorry. Octai. What happened? Octai? What happened?
It did not print high because the high already taken by Yoldas. That's why. And you know the string is immutable. That's why we cannot use the same thing again.
Okay. Let's see what you said.
I'm sorry because Okta is private. That's why.
Exactly. Thank you.
My bad. Okay.
Yellow.
Yep. That's okay.
Yellow.
Yes. Because yes,
Okay.
Okta is private, and let's say if both of them were public, I can't use the same string because string you cannot use the same data.
Yeah, but
right?
that's not here, Okta.
Okay.
That's
no. Okay.
What you say here.
But yeah.
All right.
Because of private.
Emily, Mervan, Gizem. Now, do you understand this part? Look, save code. Who said no?
I didn't understand because in sys printout ln we need to put nb.octai because we did nb.yoldash the other way.
Wow, that's so smart of you.
And it's gonna work, I think. You see?
Let's see.
Beautiful. So there's no difference.
You hacked me right now.
It's gonna work. I'm telling you, it has to do with different classes. Okay. We are still in the same navigation bar elements. Why don't we try this in this, let's say dialog content element.
Okay, you just literally hacked me. Thank you. Because we have to make sure that we understand. Okay. Hello, yeah, you're right. Completely right. I have no answer, guys. I try every way, but the thing is, I will say this. I will say clearly this. What he means, I will tell you this. I understand. I'm 100% sure. What he means, you are just want to use private to be like an fancy and hide the data with the method, but you can do either way. It's fine. But that's what it is basically. It doesn't make any sense if you want to use a private, but look what it shows here. Like I said, it's like you employee class, you create base salary, right? And you just use the method name that you did setter and getter for base salary. You don't use the base salary name. That's what he says. You use the getter and setter. But when you use regular, you just need to call like this. You can initialize.
Yoldaş, I have a question. So is it safe to say, let's say we create a class with personal information, and we call that out in another class with this encapsulation, so nobody can see, let's say, name or SSN or something? Is it the logic behind it, or?
And also, guys, we are missing constructor, maybe because of the constructor. That's why. I guess because of that. I'm sorry, that's my bad. That's what we missed. Okay? I'm gonna make things right now clear last time, and then we're good to go after that. This is very important, guys. I'm sorry. This is very important. Just give me 1 second. I'll show you that too, Marwan. I'm just gonna get this code completely here. Alright? And I will show you how it works. It shows that private shouldn't work. Okay? And right here. Look at now. 1 second. Okay. Where is it? Let's open a class here quick. 1 second. Test. Just bear with me. 1 second. Okay. Alright. Has to be constructor. Test. Watch now. Right? Alright. I'm going back. I'm gonna create main method here. Doesn't have to be here, by the way. You can create also another class too. But I'm gonna get this too. I'll show you. Okay. Almost done. Right here. Alright. So, here's the thing. This is supposed to be test. Okay? Test. Test. Also, we see constructor to here, by the way. So, here's the things what will happen here. So, I copied and pasted everything. In the test class, you see this instance here. And this is the what? This is the constructor, right? Constructor is basically the same name. And I put string name and I put integer to use this encapsulation variables. What is string name represent? Name that I gave. What is SSN represent? SSN here. I create a constructor. I am going to use this constructor. This is different than our project, by the way. This is the basic constructor how to use. You have to go create constructor with the name on it, object, and look, you have to put name on it. If you don't put these things, it's gonna give you error, if I'm not wrong. Yes, you see, it says you create a constructor, you call it, you have to give a name on it, which is right here. Name and SSN number, right? Name, Yoldas, but you have to do string, which is like this, just like this. And then what happened here, basically, you just create this private everything. Watch. So you just call employee.set base salary and this, right? And then you print out with the get salary with encapsulation. He says, if we don't do this encapsulation, normally we do this. This should be test. Sorry, not this one. This should be test. Okay. Okay. And let's put this 1, 2 here. Look, what is happened here? I create a constructor. Also do this too. What is happening here? I create a constructor. I call the base salary, which is where? Here, private. Let's run this. Look like it's fine. Oh God, I can't believe. Okay, I don't think I cannot explain this. Shouldn't work. Okay, why it shows that one only? Okay, that's why it doesn't show, maybe? What do you think, Emily, Marwan?
Oh, Emily left.
Marwan, you see, it just shows a constructor. I cannot reach base salary. Maybe?
Can you scroll up?
No, I just print out, that's why. Okay. There is no any answer, guys. We have to ask this Halit and get the best answer. I cannot answer this, I'm sorry. I just literally try everything. Look, this is private right now. Look, this is private. This stupid thing is working. I don't know how it's possible.
Yoldaş, I'm on Google and then reading private access modifier definition. It says the private access modifier is specified using a keyword private. Methods for data members declared as private are accessible only within the class in which they are declared.
Oh, that's why?
So this is the same class. They can be accessed in this test class. We need to try create another class.
Okay. Okay, let's try. You're right. One second. Let me try this one.
You see? Now it's not.
Okay, you're right. Okay. That's clear answer. Thank you, Marwan. Yeah, Marwan helped. It's good to have team like this. So it's literally like cannot do it.
What a surprise.
Exactly. Look right now. Look right now. You see, it's working.
So, okay. can you guys repeat that again? So it has to, you said it has to be within that
Marwan,
class?
you go ahead. You did it.
Okay, what a surprise, right?
Yep.
Man. Anyway, so basically, I was doing a little research on the access modifier. So when you use the private keyword, it can only be accessed within the same class. So whatever is private here, it can still be accessed in this class, but it cannot be accessed in another class. That's why we use getter and setter and reach them from other. That's what, and then I think that's basically the logic behind it.
Yeah, you're right. So what I did basically, I create a class test, right? And I put this private method, private keyword, and I declare string and name. But when I run in this class main method, this can reach. That's why we've been failing. And Marwan just literally find out, why would you do that? Just go create another class, put that main method there, and try to access now, which is not possible. Look, it cannot access. What it says, sorry, still we need constructor. Look, what it says, base salary has a private access. That's what we've been looking for. But we were looking for in the wrong class. We're supposed to be in the different class. Now is it clear? Emma.
And you see it says replace with setter. So if you want to reach that, you need to create the setter method. That it's even giving you the hint here.
Exactly. You're right, Marwan. Perfect. Great job, man. You save us. Okay.
Once in a blue.
No, you're doing great. Gizem, do you have question? It's okay to ask one more time. I'll tell you.
Actually, I'm so confusing, to be honest with you.
I know. That's.
I don't know what to say.
That's okay. That's okay. One more time. I'll show you one more time.
Thank you.
Okay, from beginning. Let's make it clear. I know I made you guys confused. Just forget it. Because I just like maybe little cocky. Okay, encapsulation. We can hide the direct access to data by using private key. We can access the private data by using getter and setter method. Look, it should be also like how Mervan said. There should be like a better explanation. You can only access private, which is Oktay did these things. Thank you, Oktay. He said like, I am able to access. Why? I don't understand why this happened. I did private key and I'm creating object and method, but I am able to access. But this says you cannot access. Why am access? That's what we've been trying to find out. We find out one more time. How? Right here. We just create a class called test. We put this private keyword string name here, correct? And we create a constructor, right? We create a constructor. And then this constructor help us to initiate something that we wanna put this name and SSN, correct? We don't have to use this, but it's okay, we just use here. And then I wanna reach this private variables I wanna initiate, right? I wanna put something on name, correct? Gizem. Oktay, right? Name, Gizem, SSN, 2, 3, 4, 5. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do it here with main method because I wanna run my code. I can put this main method here, right? I'm just gonna create the test object, which is the class, right? T, new, test, correct? Look, it shows me put something here. Why? Because I create a constructor here and name on it and the SSN. And I have to put name, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This constructor helped me to initiate the name variable and SSN variable. Right here I initiate. I declare, I initiate with the constructor here. This constructor is the same name, the test class. And then I want to check this field and this field, and I just did it right here with my main method, right? I'm testing my code and perfectly fine. Now, right? Now I want to call this private variables here as well, right? Which is I put something that t dot name equal yoldaş this time, and then s out t dot name. What is gonna happen here, Gizem, if I run this?
Okay.
It's okay. Just print... Sorry.
It's gonna. Can I see again the code?
Sure. I'm going back right here.
Okay. It's gonna have your name, Yoldaş.
Yes.
It's gonna print your Yoldaş.
Perfect. You're right. You tested. You validated. So now, does it make sense
Yeah,
How am I
now-
gonna, yeah, makes sense, but it is private. It is private. How am I accessing here? This variable shouldn't be accessed, right, Oktay?
Mm-hmm.
But why, what Mervan said, because you're in the same class, bro, what you're doing is
Yeah.
wrong. That's not how you use private. You shouldn't test this here. If you wanna, yes, you can do it in the same class, private method, private keyword, but you are not able to access this private variable name in another class. And right here an example, look, I'm going another class. I was in the test, I'm going here, right here, right here, right? I am creating a main method to test again, one more time. Oh, it's already main method here, okay? Look, I created my, what is this called, Gizem?
Test.
Test class, right? This is a test
Yeah.
class. And why these things here? Why did I initialize here? Oktay, why do you know why we initialize things here? Why?
Because that's the parameters that we already.
From where?
From the other class.
Other class, it's right here.
Yep,
Which
from there.
parameters? This one?
The string name. Yep, that one.
What is this called?
That's called constructor.
Perfect. Great job, Oktay. That's why. Okay. We create constructor. That's why.
So basically,
Right?
it comes from the constructor, right? If we
Okay.
had to see it, okay.
You should ask yourself, why do we need constructor or something? We don't have to create constructor, but it's okay. We just create it. If we don't have a constructor, what's gonna happen, Gizem? It's basically, it's just gonna be create a new employee object, like how we create for our project to remember what we were
Yeah.
doing right here. Remember this? This is the same mentality, same logic. Okay? Same thing. Bu arada biz Türkçe konuşalım. Gitmiş arkadaş.
Tamam.
Pardon arkadaşlar. Deseydiniz Türkçe konuşurdum. Şimdi niye böyle yaptık abi? Bundan dolayı. Yani şunu oluşturmamız lazım. Bir class'tan diğer bir class'ta işlem yapıyorsak arkadaşlar, tamam mı? Bunu oluşturmamız lazım. Oluşturmazsak o class'a erişemeyiz. Tamam mı? Erişemeyiz. İşlem yapamaz. Şimdi ondan dolayı eriştik. Şu an o class'a eriştik. O class'a erişirken de biz constructor oluşturup içine bir şeyler koyduk. O yüzden burası böyle yanıyor. Koymasak da olurdu. Ama koyduk. Bunu geri koyalım. Burada hazır. Şimdi bak. Görüyoruz ki o private metoda ulaşamayacağım. Nasıl ulaşamayacağım? Mervan'ın dediği gibi bak. Mervan'ın dediğini yapıyorum. Employee nokta. Gidiyorum. Ne diyorum abi? Name diyorum bak. Name diyorum. Gördün mü? Employee name diyorum. Eşittir diyorum. Yoldaş diyorum. Bak. Yoldaş diyorum. Şuraya noktalı virgülünü koyuyorum abi. Bak ne diyor? Gördün mü?
Yeah.
Mervan'ın dediğini diyor. Private access is stop. You can't do that. You have to make this package and create getter and setter. You see? Make it protected or public, then access. Now understand guys, nasıl olduğunu anladınız mı abi? Bu testte oluşturmuş olduğumuz private olan alanı aynı testin içinde main metotta kullanabiliyoruz. Bu aynısı. Bak gördün mü? Aynısı. Buraya da employee diyelim hatta. Daha da net anlaşılsın. Bu arada ben de sizle beraber öğrenmiş oldum. Bunun faydası işte arkadaşlar, görüyorsunuz.
Yoldaş isim name'i önce gizem olarak initialize edip sonra yoldaş olarak mı değiştirdik burada?
Aynen orada. Aynen doğru. Doğru diyorsun. Tamam. Ben burada sadece şunu yapsaydım, bak şimdi bak. Harekete bak. Şunu yapsaydım şimdi burada. Ne yazacak burada? Bunu yazdırırsam?
Yoldaş.
Gizem yazdırır.
Niye yoldaş dedin Oktay?
Ha tamam, pardon çünkü yok. Tamam,
Bak bunu çekiyor
doğru.
buradan alıyor. Burada ne yazıyor? Gizem
Aynen,
sadece gizem
aynen.
mi yazdıracak? Şunu da
SSN de
kapatalım.
yazar herhalde.
Aynen öyle. Aynen öyle. Yani şu an bak kendimizi test ediyoruz. Kodumuzu da test ediyoruz. Unit test yapıyoruz. Bak abi.
Hı.
Gizem ve bunu getirmesi lazım. Çünkü ben bunları initialize ettim burada. Ne yaptım be ya? Çalıştır.
Ha, bunu hatırlıyorum. Bunu başka bir şey yapma gerekti. Nasıldı bu? Hatırlıyorum.
Nokta name diyelim bakalım. Acaba öyle mi getirecek? Ben de yeni öğreniyorum şu an. Bak şimdi. Bak şimdi ne yapacak? Bak bunlar arkadaşlar, bunlar aha geldi. Şimdi buraya ben şunu sorayım Gizem'e. Buraya ne yazarsam şunu getiririm Gizem.
SSN yazarsan SSN
Süpersin.
getirir.
Süpersin. Büyük harfli olacak. O yüzden görmüyor. Şöyle ha. Gördün mü? Şimdi yazarsam getirir bak. Aynı nokta işte böyle getiriyorsun. Constructor'da da böyle getiriyor musun abi? Ya her şeyi bilmek zorunda değilsin arkadaşlar. Bakın bunları biz tamam mı? Deneyerek yapacağız. Böyle şeyler olursa çekinmeyin, korkmayın. Verilecek böyle şeyde tahminimce deneme şeyi olması lazım yazdığınız kodda. Tamam mı? Soracakları soruda. Deneyerek yapın böyle. Kendinizi de test edin. Yazdığınız kodu da böyle test edin. Yazdırmadı. Niye yazdırmadım? Niye? Bir de böyle deneyin. Tamam mı? Bak hemen şu an ben sizle öğreniyorum. İnanın bana yani. Ben eminim Mervan olmasa batırmıştım bugün. O kadar da iyi düşünüyordum biliyorum diye ama değilmiş. Olabiliyor abi hata yani. Demek ki bu constructor'ı böyle getiriyormuşuz bak. Gördün mü? Ama ben burada dediği gibi Mervan'ın bunu yaparsam şimdi ne yazacak burada? Size ne yazacak?
Yoldaş.
Ve o SSN'i yazacak. Değil mi? Biz bunu test ediyoruz şu an. Gene testi. Gördün mü? Yaptı. Şimdi Oktay sen şunu soruyorsun. Ben senin kafanı okuyorum abi. String normalde değiştirilmez kanka. Nasıl değiştiriyorsun? Bu string değil ki kanka. Bu constructor. Constructor'ın özelliği o. Yes burada string dedik ama orada bir initialize yapmadık bak. Burada bir şey vermedik.
Ha, başta
Burada
initialize yapsaydık değiştiremiyorduk değil mi?
Aynen.
Anladım.
Burada verseydik değiştiremezdik tahminimce. Tamam mı? Burada verseydik değiştiremezdik. Burada da almıyor. Ona sonra bakarız. Şimdi ona da girip de karıştırmayalım komple. Ama mantığı anladınız değil mi? Aynı class içinde private'lara ulaşabiliyorum abi. Thanks Merhaba. Ama başka bir class içinde buna ulaşamıyorum. Bunun için ne lazım? Nasıl ulaşacağım sence Gizem? Başka class'ta ulaşmak için. Bak şurada ulaşamadım Gizem. Bir daha göstereyim. Şurada bir daha sorayım net olması için. Bak. Bunlara ulaşamıyorum. Niye? Çünkü bunlar bak private diyor. Bunlara erişemezsin diyor. Bunlar için ne yapmam lazım diyor bana. Action da veriyor. Sence ne yapmam lazım?
Getir.
Aynen öyle. Süpersin. Aynen öyle. Gideceğim oraya. Tamam mı? Onların getirlerini oluşturacağım. Setter'larını oluşturacağım. Çağıracağım. Şu anda da oluşmuş zaten. Tamam mı? Gideceğim ne yapacağım? Onları çağıracağım. Diyeceğim ki get base salary diyeceğim. Değil mi? Ama şu an bunu dememin anlamı yok. Set demem lazım. Niye? Çünkü burada bir şey initialize ediyorum. Setter koymamızın sebebi o zaten. Değil mi? Setter'ı da bu şekilde koyuyoruz. İçine yazıyoruz. Değil mi? İçine yazıyoruz.
Ben bir şey soracağım. Çok affedersin.
Tabii.
Mesela nokta yapıp get set diyoruz da ben hep onları karıştırıyorum. Nerede get, nerede set diyeceğiz. Çünkü benim için ikisi de aynı gibi geliyor.
Aynı gibi geliyor değil mi? Süper. Bak ona bakalım. Sağ tıklıyorsun abi. Tamam mı? Gidiyorsun. Generate diyorsun. Tamam mı? Getir and setter'ı beraber oluşturma yöntemi var. Ayrı ama biz getir setter'ı da oluşturabiliriz beraber. Tek de oluşturabiliriz. Ben şimdi çok güzel bir soru soracağım. Şimdi getir'i oluşturmamızın sebebi ne? Setter'ı oluşturmamızın. Kim söyleyecek bunu bana?
Bir yerden pardon Merve.
Ben Oktay'ı ortaya atacağım.
Tamam, ben de yanıtlarım da başkasına şans vereyim diyecektim.
Şimdi söyleyeyim ben arkadaşlar. Tamam. Problem değil. Getir abi şu. bir şeyi getir demek. Tamam mı?
Bilgiyi getir
Yazdırmak
demek.
için. Bilgiyi getir demek. Ama önce onu bir set et diyorsun. Yani ona bir şey koy diyorsun. Bir değer koy. Setter diyorsun. Ama o değerimiz varsa zaten, o değeri verdiysek ya setter'ı getirmemize gerek var mı?
Yok.
Yok. Aynen öyle. Çünkü set ettiysek onu bu class'ın içinde, yani ne demek set etmek yani? Burada biz bunu belirttiysek, yani ne demek? Name'e ben initialize ettiysem zaten, yani buraya gizem dediysem ben mesela. Tamam mı? I already set gizem yani. Tamam mı? Gizem dediysem. Tamam mı? Ben buna gizem dediysem benim setter'ıma gerek yok o zaman. Set ettim benim burada bunu. Ama ben bunu burada set etmediysem, tamam mı? Ben bunu burada set etmediysem ne yapacağım? Gideceğim o class'ın içinde set diyeceğim. Set name diyelim ki daha net anlaşılsın. Set name nerede ya? Getirmemiş miyiz bunu? Set name'i burada girdiği için söylemiş de. Tamam, burada da oluşturalım. Problem değil. Oluşturması lazım. Set name diyelim. Aynen. Set name diyelim. Tamam mı? Gidelim buraya arkadaşlar. Ondan sonra buraya set name diyelim. Buraya da yazalım. Gizem diyelim. Tamam mı? Şimdi ne yaptım ben abi? Ben bunu oluşturdum. Ne oluşturdum ben burada? Gizemi oluşturdum. Değil mi? Şimdi ben buraya ne yazarsam gizem gelir. Kim bana söyleyecek?
Name.
Yazayım abi, gelecek mi?
Dur. Pardon.
Bak geldi, bir şey getirdi bana. IntelliJ
get
söylüyor
get
yazın.
name şey yapma gerek.
Aynen öyle.
Çünkü
Süper.
şöyle bir şey, yani gizemi set yaptın. Get o ismi çağırmak için de şey yapman gerek. Get metodunu kullanmamız gerek.
Ben şimdi soruyorum. Herkes bir şey söylesin. Ne yazdıracak burada abi? Bu işlem burada ne yazacak? Gizem mi yazacak?
Evet.
Sadece gizem değil mi?
Evet.
Herkes emin mi? Bakalım. Deneyelim. Ben de gizem diyorum. Bakalım ne çıkaracak. Deneyeceğiz abi. Denemeden olmaz. Ama kendimize test edelim. Süper. Gizem. Çünkü getir dedim bak. Gizemi getir. Az önce set ettim.
Öyle yazmış.
Neyle yazmış?
Evet, hakikaten öyle yazmış.
Terminalde sorun var. Öyle yazmış bize.
Bir dakika, görmedim. Nasıl yazmış?
Ay,
Şimdi verdi.
Sen de ne?
Gizem.
Doğru yaz. Ben yanlış gördüm galiba.
Tamam. Aynen. Şimdi buraya gideyim abi. Bak şimdi buraya gideyim. Tamam, buraya diyeyim ki gizem diyeyim. Tamam mı? Gizem diyeyim. Ya gizem demiyor. Hep gizem diyoruz. Oktay diyelim.
Oktay'dı, evet.
Aynen. Oktay diyelim. Tamam. Oktay diyelim. Şimdi benim bunu dememe gerek var mı artık?
yok.
Hayır.
Yok. Neyi getirecek sizce burada?
Oktay'ı.
Hadi bakalım. Oktay'ı. Hadi bakalım. Çekiliş yapalım, ne olacak?
Jack mi getirecek?
Aha,
getirdi.
Jack getirdi. Jack getirdi. Seni gidi seni. Niye böyle bir şey yaptı bu? Okey. Niye böyle yaptı sizce? Getirmesi lazım değil mi Oktay'ı? Çünkü arkadaşlar şundan dolayı olmadı. Fark ettiyseniz bu pasif durumda constructor var ortada. O constructor'dan vazgeçemiyor ve constructor'ın içinde fark ettiyseniz name var. Tamam mı? Ondan dolayı. Şimdi bak burada bir güzellik yapacağım ben size. Burada demek ki yapmıyormuşuz abi. Nerede yapıyormuşuz? Burada yapıyormuşuz. Tamam mı? Bak şimdi. Oktay diyeyim. Şimdi bakın bir de. Şunu da silelim. Tamam mı? Buna gerek kalmasın. Sadece bu girilsin diyelim. Nerede? O probleme de gideyim. Bak şimdi. Şunu da silelim buradan. Bak şimdi, gördün mü? Şimdi getirecek mi Oktay'ı? Getirmeyecek çünkü red yanıyor. Şimdi git. Bir dakika, niye burada red var hala? Şunu da silelim. Çünkü kaldırdık ya bunu biz. Tamam. Şimdi bak. Bak şimdi harekete bak. Oktay'ı getir dedim ben şimdi. Al sana Oktay. Anladın mı? Niye abi? Çünkü constructor öncelik veriyor. Tamam mı? O önceliği kaldırdım ben ondan. Dedim ki oraya ekleme bir şey. Burada ekle Oktay'ı. Initialize et Oktay'ı. Set et Oktay'ı. Orada da getir bana. Hala private. Anladın mı olayı? İnşallah anlatabilmişimdir her şeyi net olarak.
Evet,
Arkadaşlar.
teşekkürler. Çok bence açıklayıcı oldu.
Anladık değil mi? Getir metodu bunu yapıyor. Setter metodu onu yapıyor. Set'i her zaman kullanmak zorunda değiliz arkadaşlar. Onun dışında başka bir şey yok encapsulation'da. Daha düşünün yani encapsulation'da takıldık ama bu takılmanın gerçekten inanın bana çok büyük faydası var. Tamam böyle
Bence de.
öğreniyorsunuz. Aynen inanın bana. Şu an oturtturduk. Bak bende bile hazır değilmiş. Ben de böyle soru işaretleri vardı. Oktay da iyi ki sordu. Mervan da iyi ki buldu. Halletmiş olduk. Burada duralım bugünlük. Yeter mi?
Bence de yemek hazırlamam gerekiyor.
Aynen. Yeter. Şunları söyleyeyim. Çıkalım. Bunu biz her pazar yapacağız. Katılmak volunteer. Kimse zorunda değil. Tamam mı? Fazla geliyorsa da söyle.